What's going on, everybody? It's Hawks21 here, back with episode 3 of my Splinterlands Beginner's Guide series. In episode 1 and 2, we covered a little bit of the logistics of understanding the game. Now we're into the fun stuff. We're going to talk about rewards. And a little spoiler alert, I do pull legendary in my daily quest, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. As always, if you learned anything or enjoyed the content, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. It'll help get this in front of more people and help me grow my channel early on. All right. Let's get to the video. Okay, so in part 1 of the video, we're going to go over what I consider to be the direct gameplay awards. And so what that's going to entail is the daily battle rewards, which we've already touched on a little bit in a previous episode. The daily quest rewards, which I actually have one to claim here, so that'll be fun. And then also your season rewards, which you get at the end of every 2 weeks. We don't have, you can see the countdown here, so it's going to be 8 days or almost 9 days until I get another full set of season rewards. So I'm just going to show you my last season's rewards once we get to that part. So you can just get a taste of, what it looks like. This will be at the gold level, so I'm going to have more rewards than some of you who are just starting out. But just some insight into what you could possibly get, as well as maybe some inspiration to see like the rewards that sit for you down the line if you continue to grind out this game and build your deck. Again, I've been at this for 4, 5, 6 months at this point, so this has been a long accumulation of time and effort to get to this point. All right, so first I'm going to talk about the DEC you get to win battles. I'm just going to replay this battle real quick for you. This is a really weird low mana battle. Not going to get into it too much, just want to show you the rewards at the end. Actually, I'm just going to skip to results. All right, so as you can see here, I get the ratings boost, which we already talked about. Then there's this DEC that I win. So I win 9 DEC for this battle. And that's determined by a couple things if you go over here. First, at the top, you can see my capture rate, which is 43.4%. And every time you play a match, your capture rate goes down by 1%. So if you start at 100, you play a match, 1% of 100 is 1, it's going to go down to 99. You play a match at 99, it's 0.9%, so that's going to go down by 0.9%, and so on. And so this is sort of the original multiplier that you get. So, if you just say about half, the original sort of setup was probably around 18 DEC, and if my capture rate was at 100%, that's what I would have gotten. And then you can also see these bonuses. So if you're on a win streak, you get increasing bonuses, I think up to 25%. If you're on I don't know the win streak exactly, but if you're on like a 8 to 10 game win streak, that would be up towards 25%. If you played any gold cards, you get a reward boost. Any of the alpha or promotional cards, you get a boost. Any beta cards, you get a boost. Then as well as if you're in a guild, which I'll get to guilds in a future far off video, you should focus on the main gameplay first, but I'm in a leveled up guild and there are some bonuses that come with leveling up your guild. DEC is structured in a way that it's supposed to cost 1/100th of a penny. That's its peg, and it certainly fluctuates around that peg. Right now I think it's 3/100ths of a penny or something like that. So the way it works is when DEC is too high, and the reason why DEC is above its peg right now is because of the SPS airdrop that's currently going on, which will be part 2 of the video. But so when a lot of people are playing the game, or when DEC is high, you're going to get less DEC per match that you win. When not a lot of people playing the game, or when DEC is low, they're going to give out more DEC to try to sort of keep the value of DEC from spiking. And there's a way you can play that works out really well. So basically what I try to do is early on in the season, I want to make sure my capture rate is at 100%. So in the beginning of seasons, not a lot of people are playing, so the DEC rewards are really high. But then by the end of the season, a ton of people are trying to grind to get to their specific league to get to specific season rewards, which will be next. So a lot of people are playing the game and the DEC payouts are lower. So what I do is near the end of the season, I'm actually not playing that much because there's just not that much DEC being given out. And I'm letting my capture rate sort of regenerate so that by day 1 and day 2 and day 3 of the next season, it's at 100%. So I can really maximize my rewards and take advantage when the rates are really, really high. So that's just a little strategy that I use to try to, throughout a season, maximize my DEC earnings. All right, so now we're going to show you a daily quest. So today I had a death quest, so I just had to win 5 matches using death, which I did. I use death a lot right now, so it was a good one for me. So you get claim reward. I think I get 8 chests. And in these chests, you can get anything from the rewards cards, you can get DEC, you can get potions, which are used to open packs, and I think that's it. So let's see what we get today. 5 dark energy crystals, a rewards card, another rewards card, 29 dark energy crystals, potion, reward. Oh, I got a legendary. Wow. Just see, I didn't set this up or anything. You saw me claim it, but just pulled the legendary card out of my daily quest. So this is like $7-8 card right here. I'll probably keep it because the cards are pretty low right now. But yeah, you don't always get a legendary. You very infrequently get a legendary, but just got one on video for you guys. So, and then another potion. So yeah, this was a great pull. But even if I didn't get this legendary, these cards right now are 3 cents, and I'll touch on this a little bit in part 3. But they're not always going to be 3 cents, just by the way this game is set up. But yeah, here's a little taste of the daily rewards. And then finally, the season rewards. Again, I can't show you fresh season rewards because, again, I'm not going to wait 9 days for you to figure out the rewards in this episode series. So I'm just going to hit this and show last season. I think I got 26. Yeah, 26 rewards. This season I'll get 30 because I moved up to Gold 1. But here's what I got. You can see a lot of DEC. Some of these are reward cards. I did get a legendary at my season rewards as well. Some potions. 2 of these rare cards, which I like. Some more potions, which have been really helpful in opening these Chaos Legion packs when I do open them. But I haven't been opening them recently. I'm going to just hold on to them for a while. All right, yeah. So got another epic card. So the season rewards can be pretty meaningful right off the bat. And let me just show you quickly what the rewards cards actually are that you could get. So if you come up here and say reward, some of these are old reward cards, but I'll try to show you the ones that aren't. So this Heatsmith is new, Exploding Rat is new, Lava Launcher is new, Pellicore Bandit is new, Venari Wavesmith is new, Jin Oshanis is new, Pellicore Mercenary, Venari Seedsmith, the Jin Bilko, which I actually just pulled, Pellicore Conjurer, Venari Crystalsmith, Jin Renova, then the Pellicore Deceiver, Venari Bonesmith, Harclaw. Then in Dragon we have Naga Assassin, Twilight Basilisk, then Jin Chihuahua. And neutral is Gargoyle Lion, Gargoyle Devil, and then Uraeus, which is a really nice sneak monster. Yeah, there's some pretty great, meaningful cards. I use some of these a lot that you'll get from your daily quests and season rewards. So like those what I would consider the gameplay awards. They add up over time and eventually you're going to stack these cards. Like you see these at high levels. This is mostly from just me playing and getting these rewards. Like I haven't really gone out and bought these yet. In part 2 of the video, we're going to quickly touch on another set of rewards you can get, which are more like longer term thinking rewards, which include the SPS airdrop that's currently going on, as well as staking and some of the rewards you get from staking. So what we're going to do is go up here to the top right to this SPS screen. If you just click it, it'll bring you to this page. And as long as you own some cards or some DEC, you're probably getting really small amounts of SPS per day. So if you haven't come in here yet, here's a place you can check it out. So as you can see, I haven't claimed this yet today, but every day in the morning, you get an airdrop of SPS based on your airdrop points. So that's generated from a bunch of things. For me, it's generated from my collection power, which we went over last time, my DEC balance, which, as I mentioned, that's why DEC is trading above its peg right now, is people want to buy it so they can get more and more SPS. And then other things as well. Once you get in Champion, there's something called Champion Points. For me, right now, I'm holding a lot of card packs that I'm probably going to resell at some point, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with them yet. And there's a bunch of other things you can own within the game that give you more airdrop points. So I'm going to claim these quickly, and I can show you the staking process. So all you got to do is hit claim, takes a second, and you'll see the SPS pop up in this top right area here. So your SPS is actually down a ton, but as you can see, I just claimed 30. That's like a little over $3 a day, right? This used to be $1, but that was not for very long. It was hanging around like 20 cents for a while. It's slowly dripped down along with the rest of the crypto market, so it's not that surprising. But there's a lot of utility in the pipeline for SPS, which is why I have 2,500, and a lot of the bigger players are trying to get as much of it as possible for down the line. It's a really small coin, so there's a lot of potential if this game continues on. As you can see, the airdrop's about halfway over. So for the next 180 days, if you're playing this game, you'll get some SPS airdropped to you based on the amount of points you have. And then there's the staking. So as you can see here, I get about I come here like every 24 hours, so I get about 2.5 a day, just based on the 36% APR that currently exists. This fluctuates based on how much is staked. So it's been a lot higher at points. I think it's been lower than this as well, but right now it's at 36%. So I just hit claim here. Just takes a second. And then I'm going to restake it because, I'm at a point where I have a ton of cards. I'm happy with that. And I want to keep getting more and more rewards. So I'm just going to come in here and stake it. If you want to... Oh. Weird. I wonder if I have like a weird decimal amount of it. So I have to put this to 6. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. So there was a message there that popped up. Basically, if you want to unstake it, it takes 4 weeks. And at the end of each week, you'll get 25% of your staked tokens unstaked, which then you can do whatever you want with. And you can unstake by clicking this button here. But for me, I want to have as much staked as possible so I can keep getting as much SPS from the daily APR payout. And then staking your SPS unlocks another reward for you, which is vouchers. So originally, you had to have vouchers to buy packs. Now that's changed a little bit, and you can get free packs via vouchers. If you buy over 100, you have to have the vouchers to claim the free ones. So right now I only own 0.4 because I've been using them to buy the packs. But every day I get about 0.2 vouchers, and this number is based on your staked SPS balance. They've hinted at some future utility for vouchers, like the next Rift Watchers series. You might have to have vouchers to purchase. That's one of the utilities of SPS actually, is you're only going to be able to buy the next series with SPS itself. So if you don't have SPS, you're not going to be able to buy packs of the next series. So yeah, the game really builds on itself. So you buy cards and you win DEC. Your cards in DEC then unlock SPS rewards for you. Staking the SPS rewards unlock vouchers. So there's a ton of different ways to earn in this game. Alright, and I just want to quickly wrap up this rewards video by talking a little bit about Splinterlands Economy. So Dwayne Cunningham actually has a really nice way of describing this, which is, you're receiving rewards that right now may seem trivial, but over the long term, they're not going to end up trivial. And if that's something you can grasp, then you'll fully understand this economy. And I just wanted to dive into that really quickly. So a lot of these NFT games across the board, the items or objects, and in this case cards within Splinterlands, their value comes from two things. One, their utility in the game, and then two, their scarcity. And it's a combination of these two things that drives value. So for example, if the best card in Splinterlands, let's say Jotun, It probably has, the most utility. I would say Kitty personally, but we'll go with Jotun because I feel like that's broadly what people think. If Jotun were to get airdropped to every single person who had played this game right now, his value would plummet. And that's not because he's lost any utility. It's because the scarcity of Jotun is gone, right? Like everyone has one, no one needs to buy one. And it eliminates, part of what makes him so good, which is his scarcity, and that if you have one, you have an advantage over the people that don't. On the flip side, if you were to take Jotun and take away his blast damage, his value would also plummet. It's not because they flooded the market with Jotuns and everyone has one, it's because less people want him because of the decreased utility. So this game clearly has both, right? The utility value is clear. And you can see the breakdown of cards with more utility are generally worth more than cards with less utility, as well as cards that are more scarce are generally worth more than cards that are less scarce, given sort of a similar level of utility. And the utility of these cards is always going to be fluctuating based on the meta and new abilities and new cards that come out, so that's something that changes. But the brilliance of this economy is most games sort of flood their users with new items constantly. So their scarcity gets whittled away, even if they do have sort of great utility within their game and ecosystem. But the brilliance of Splinterlands is how this is set up. So as we talked about before, these cards right now are 3 cents, but in order to level them up, this is just what's for sale, but in order to level them up, you need to combine cards to get to that point. And so if you buy 5 individual cards and combine them into one level 2 card, there are 5 cards there that can never be used again within the game. So it is a constant decreasing supply of cards as people level them up. So that's what I mean when I say Splinterlands rewards long-term thinking. It's that over time, the scarcity of these cards is always going to increase as long as people continue playing, leveling up the cards, and wanting their more power and more ability. So while the utility might fluctuate, the scarcity is set up that it will always be decreasing. And you've seen that come in waves with the new pack releases. So I was coming in when Untamed was first being released, and everyone was talking about how there was a huge crash of the economy, there were cards available for pennies, and that was just because the scarcity of cards overall had gotten a huge decrease, right? Like there was way more new cards, people were excited about the new cards, but after Untamed sold out and people started buying up and combining the cards, the supply of the cards shrunk dramatically. And you saw prices soar. And you've seen a similar setup here, at least in the beginning, where we have a ton of Chaos Legion cards enter the market, and everyone's buying them, people are excited about them. But at some point, the packs are going to sell out. It took Untamed a really long time. I actually don't remember how long it took, and I came in midway, so I don't really know. But at some point, Chaos Legion packs will sell out, and there's going to be no more supply of these cards. At that point, the supply is only going to decrease based on the leveling system of this game. And that to me is the brilliance of Splinterlands, is you're rewarded for being here a long time because it's set up that over a really long time, there's going to be less of these cards available. And as always, we'll have a little summary at the end to go over what we learned today. First, we talked about the gameplay rewards. So everything from your DEC you get from battles, the chests you get from daily quests, I pulled the legendary Jin Bilka, and as well as your season rewards. Second, we talked a little bit about the longer term rewards, which is the SPS airdrop that's going on, some of the staking rewards, and then we touched on the economy and how all of these rewards work together and how you can compound what you're earning in this game. Alright, and that'll wrap up episode 3 of my Splinterlands Beginner's Guide series. But certainly on the longer side, but I just want to say thank you for sticking with me to the end. As always, if you learned anything, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. Have a good one.